for the comfort and safety of everyone around you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the North Stars Television Network. We're here at Dietz Memorial Stadium in Kingston, New York for tonight's exciting matchup between the Plattsburgh North Stars coming in this game at 2-2 against the Kingston Panthers as the home teams at 1-2. The Kingston Panthers are the home team right now, and the players to look for: the quarterback, number 1, Matt Sharp; the running back and defensive back, Ruben Lindo, who seems to be running the running game, and Des Stokes, the running back. The Panthers are the 9th ranked offense in the league, 38 points in 3 games. They average just over 12 a game, and their defense is 9th overall. As for the Plattsburgh North Stars, they started off their 4-game road trip with a nice victory last week over the Berkshire Mountaineers in Berkshire, Massachusetts by a score of 12-0. We're all set for the kickoff. Kingston won the toss, so they're going to elect to receive. Kicking for the Stars is number 37, Zach Lattonville. The kick is up. It's a short kick. It's received by number 7, Pat Burke. He's going to go to the left. He's at the 35. Cuts inside. Gets to the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's inside. He's to the 50. Big man. He's gone. He steps out of bounds at around the 43-yard line. Big Pat Burke. It's listed here as 5'10", 285, John. And welcome John Mishak, who's going to be doing the analysts and the camera work, John. Double duty there tonight.
Yes, you got to do double duty on the North Stars Television Network, but we're up for the challenge tonight. It's our first game we're doing this year, Chris and I, and we're ready for this game. And we've done this before in arena ball, so this is nothing new for us.
That's right. We were keyed up for this game coming into it. So Matt Sharp is going to be at the helm for the Kingston Panthers. Get it out, man. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the North Stars 44-yard line. The give is to number 19. That's Lindo, who's taken down at the 42-yard line by number 90. Kazomko, who's the 3rd leading sacker so far in the Empire Football League. John, this is a typical American football. I've never seen an Empire Football League. What kind of brand of football is this?
It's very unpredictable. You never know what can happen in this league. I call it the Entertainment Football League. It's called the EFL, but the E is for entertainment. You got to come out and you got to play the game. If you're not ready on any given Saturday, you can be in trouble.
That was a gain of 1 for Lindo, so it's a 2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Give us to Lindo, sweep right, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by number 67, Jerry DeFayette. DeFayette just came out of there and saw the sweep right there, John.
Oh, he read that play beautifully there, Chris. He blitzed, and he got the man right on as soon as he entered the backfield. Great play there by DeFayette. You can see why he's the defensive captain of the North Stars. Great play there by Jerry.
That was a 6-yard loss on the play, so it's going to be a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 15 from just inside the North Stars end of territory as the fans start to get going. Fans are starting to pile in here. Sharp's out of the shotgun. Stars showing blitz. Quick pass is off to number 24. That's Dan Savona, who's taken out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. So on their first possession, the Panthers are going to have to kick it away, John.
Good job there by the North Stars holding after that nice return on the kickoff. So the defense of Plattsburgh comes through. They had a great job. They did a great job last week. They shut out Berkshire. So this defense is coming off a very strong game last week, and they want to pick up where they left off in this game.
That's right. We were talking with some of the players before, and they said that despite only 12 points, only 2 touchdowns, they totally destroyed the Mountaineers because they just ran the ball exactly where they wanted to. So we're going to see the North Stars get the ball on offense here as the Panthers kick it away with just under 3 minutes gone. Back to punt is number 51, Bill Crowder. Good kick. It's actually by Checksfield, and that's going to go in the end zone for the touchback. So that's going to be called a 47-yard punt with the 27-yard net. We're going to take a quick break here on the North Stars Television Network. We're back in Kingston to see the North Stars' first possession on offense. Back at the helm is number 31, Jamie Lozier. The option play is to number 33. That's Dan Ransom. Gets about 7 or 8 on the left sweep on the option play there. Dan Ransom had a huge game last week at 123 yards against the Berkshire Mountaineers, John.
Big game there by Ransom, and we expect a big game from Ransom tonight. Last week he was the offensive player of the week in the EFL, if I'm not mistaken, and he's the second leading rusher in the league. So he's had a great season this year for the North Stars, and if the North Stars are to be successful tonight, Ransom has to run the ball with, and let's not forget that offensive line. They're going to have a big game tonight as well too. So that front line is going to play a key role in tonight's game.
It's hard for them to have a big game. They're probably the largest one in the league. It's a 2nd and 1 situation at the 29. The handoff is to number 22. That's Neil Brown. Gets the first down, and then he was piled back by the Panther defense, but after he gets the first down. So it's going to be a first and 10 situation for the North Stars. Here as they march the ball. So far there's been 5 plays, not including the punt, and they've all been runs, John. Do you expect to see a lot of passing?
Well, Coach Shannon Manor before the game said he wants to establish the running game, and this is what he's doing so far. And when you have a good offensive line like the North Stars have, and you're able to move the ball, well, that's what you want to do. You might as well go with your strength here, and they've done a great job of running lately because of that great job by the offensive line.
Also by Ransom, and on the last carry, Neil Brown to get the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 32. Lozier on the option play to number 33. That's Ransom again, who's stopped cold. The pile out of bounds. Didn't gain anything. In fact, he lost a yard on that one. Once again, the defense saw a sweep coming, John.
Yes, they read that well. The great penetration there by the Panthers' defensive line. They read that play beautifully and stuffed Ransom for little gain or hardly no gain, I believe. And you said a 1-yard loss. So good job there by the Panthers. They seem to be pretty fired up for this game tonight. They've made some nice stops on defense, and they have to play a big game tonight if they're going to be successful.
Tackle for the Panthers was by number 52, Ed Burns. The linebacker came out of his position to make the sweep stop. So it's a 2nd and 11 situation with 9.5 to go in the first quarter. Lozier back. Looks right. Creeps through. And he's stopped, possibly by his own player. But he gets maybe 1, maybe 2 yards. So there's going to be a 3rd and long situation now for the North Stars. Maybe it's time to establish the passing game now.
Well, they'd like to do that as well too, but Lozier at 5'6", is going to have a hard time looking over that offensive line. I see Big Sean Sulikowski at 6'8", Bones Jones at 6'11", plus a few other guys. So he's going to have to scramble around a little bit, maybe roll out to get the pass off. But it's going to be tough for Lozier to convert here on 3rd and long.
Well, we got to give Jamie Lozier some credit. He's actually 5'8" listed on the sheet. He's not 5'6", so that's going to help him a bit. But he is a scrambler quarterback. We saw 2 option plays. Looks right, he's hit, and it's picked off by Burns. He's going to run, he's into the 15, he's into the 10, he's stopped by Lozier himself at the 6-yard line. Pick off there, Lozier lost, he couldn't find anything, and he had to throw it away right into the hands of Burns, and we see Bones Jones down, John.
Well, when you can't find anybody, you better throw the ball in the dirt. Unfortunately, Lozier threw the ball into the hands of one of the Panther players, and this is what I was saying before the game, Chris. This is not what the Plattsburgh North Stars want to do. They don't want to commit any turnovers deep in their own end. They want the Panthers to march up and down the field, and turnovers are going to play a big part in tonight's game. And this is a big break for the Panthers. They're only 3 yards away from pay dirt here, so this is going to be a big test here for the Plattsburgh defensive unit.
The injured player was actually Sulikowski, but he gets off on his own steam, and the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal situation from their own 5 with just under 8.5 to go. So hopefully the North Stars are going to make a defensive stand here after a turnover early in the game. There's Sharp back. That's over to number 7. It's Pat Burke. Not given anything. Well, 1/4 of the defensive stand is off there, John. He couldn't get anything inside the 5 right there.
Good penetration by the defensive line. There was no room there for him to negotiate, so that's a good start for the Plattsburgh defensive unit. I think they can do the job. This team has a lot of pride on defense, and this is not going to be easy for the Panthers to score. They better go outside, maybe do an end run or quarterback rollout, but that middle looks pretty well plugged there with Todd Lauren, especially in the middle. He's 5'6", 295. He takes up a lot of space in the middle.
So the 6th ranked defense of the North Stars is going to try and stop him here. That's Lindo. Once again, doesn't get anything, just gets to the line of scrimmage there, John. That's 2 plays in a row they're trying to go in the middle.
Not the play I want to do from the Panthers. That middle seems to close up awful quick. They have a lot of beef in the middle as well too. So once again, the Panthers tried again to go up the middle, but with no gain. So they're gonna have to change their strategy here on 3rd down if they want to score a touchdown.
Maybe the Panthers don't know that the Berkshire Mountaineers got shut out last week by the North Stars 12-0. The North Stars average just under 15 points a game on defense, which is an excellent result. So 3rd and goal from the 5. The give is to Lindo. No, fake. Sharp's gonna find the corner. He gets in there for the score. Matt Sharp on the keeper. He even fooled me. I thought he had given it to Ruben Lindo, but he found the corner on the bootleg for the quick 6.
He fooled me there a bit too, Chris, but that was a great call by the Panthers. A little misdirection, and the keeper by the quarterback, he went right for the corner and just squeezed inside the flag. Actually, he knocked down the corner marker, but the referee said he got inside for the touchdown. You called that right, Chris, but I think I got into that play. But hey, great fake by the quarterback, and great job there by the quarterback, taking the ball right for the corner flag, and that gives them a 6-0 lead. But those turnovers are very costly.
Don Checksfield's going to be on the field for the extra point. The hold's up, and it's good. So with the quick 7, there's 6:28 to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break here on the North Stars Television Network. Welcome back to Kingston for the continuation of the first quarter. We just saw the Kingston Panthers take a quick 7-0 lead on a 5-yard drive that took quite a bit. Checksfield is going to kick off. It's a good kick. It's picked up by Randy Brown, number 10. He's up to the 20. He's got some room. Gets to the 35, and he's stopped there by number 45, John Johnson. But it's pretty good field position there for the North Stars. They're going to get a 1st and 10 situation here at the 36, 37-yard line. 6:15 to go. You know, possibly, John, it's going to take a while for the North Stars to get the kinks out because of the long bus ride down from Plattsburgh. What do you think?
Well, that could be a factor, but they got to get the kinks out of their offense. They have to get going. They got to put some first downs together and have a good sustained drive here. But also, more importantly, not to give Kingston a chance at those short drives for touchdowns. That last drive went only about 5 yards, and this is what Plattsburgh has to avoid. They got to avoid beating themselves tonight. If you're going to get beat, make the other team beat you. And when you commit such turnovers, that really kills you.
The Panthers called a timeout, so we're going to take a quick break here with 5:55 to go in the first. Welcome back to Kingston for the last 5:55 of the first quarter. Plattsburgh North Stars are going to take their 5th ranked offense through this drive with Jamie Lozer at the helm. Finds Ransom, goes right up the middle for a gain of about 6. Once again, Dave Ransom goes right up the hole gets halfway to the 1st down there, John. So far, it's been all running there for the North Stars.
They've done a good job on the ground tonight as well too, and they want to pick up big chunks of yardage on 1st down. They don't want to be caught in 3rd and long situations like we saw in that last drive, and that culminated into the interception. They want to get good 5-6 yards on 1st down in order to give them a chance to convert on 2nd and 3rd down. So good job by the offensive line and by Ransom following his blockers.
That situation is perfect for Ransom, averaging I believe just under 6 yards a carry. The swing passes out to Mulholland, who's stopped. No, perfectly read. I mean, it was an open book there, read by Jamie Lozer to John Mulholland, and no one bought that. No one was fooled on that one, John.
No, when Lozier cocked his arm a little early and he kind of telegraphed that play, everybody read that very quickly there for the Panthers. Also, Mulholland slipped on this artificial turf that's a little slippery, so that didn't help his case either. And they lost a couple of yards. Now we have 3rd and 10. This is not the situation the Plattsburgh North Stars want to be here tonight.
No, it's just the 3rd and long situation we mentioned. I mean, it's good to get 5 or 6 on 1st down, but when you give it back on 2nd, you're given with a tough situation. So Lozier's going to try and come out with this one. It's given to Ransom. Gets midway there. He's to the 42, but once again, it's going to be short. And the special team unit of the North Stars are going to have to come out and kick it away with 4:16 to go. So out to kick is going to be number 10, Randy Brown. And you were mentioning the turf there, John. We were out there hours before the game, and there's like this sand stuff, as you can tell, all sorts of white stuff on the ground. It makes it to be quite slippery, especially when it comes to kicking or trying to find your footing. Low snap by Brown. And it's blocked, just picked up by number 51, Bill Crowder. And he gets to the 21, 22-yard line. So it's another turnover there, John. And the Panthers are going to have they're going to have the first down once again deep in North Star territory.
Yeah, another bad break there for the North Stars, and once again the Panthers only have 20 yards to march in for pay dirt here, and this is not what the North Stars want to do. They want to make the Panthers work for their touchdowns, and they're just giving the Panthers all kinds of chances early to get ahead and now go up by 2 scores. So this is not a good start here for the North Stars, and let's see if the Panthers now are a little hungry here and can show a little killer instinct and go after the North Stars here on this drive.
That's right, but to give Randy Brown, the punter, credit, that was an absolutely horrible snap. It was on the ground the whole way. Probably burned a couple of worms on the path. So Matt Sharp is going to come up 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Panthers. Give is fumbled. It's picked up by number 20, Joe Lamika of the North Stars. So one play, they give it right back. Well, John, forget that killer instinct by the Panthers. Sharp just gave the ball to Lindo, and it seemed like he never wanted the ball.
No, he never quite handled that pitch out there by the quarterback, and this is what is so important tonight, is the turnover situations. Panthers had a nice break there. They got the block punt, but they returned the favor right away to the North Stars. So maybe Plattsburgh now can take advantage of that, this second chance, and come back and sustain a good drive here. So this is a good break now for the North Stars. Hopefully the game will go more their way from here on in.
So with 3:09 to go in the first quarter, we've already seen 3 turnovers, 2 by the Stars, 1 by the Panthers. So Lozier's going to come back in. Chance to redeem himself after the first 2 possessions. Just under 3 to go, and it's a 1st and 10 situation from the 34. The give is to Ransom. He gets to the 39-yard line, so once again, it's the same 5 yards they seem to always get on first down.
Well, it's nice to have 5 yards on first down, but you have to keep moving forward on second and third down. And like I said, once again, it's a good start on first down, but they have to keep it up, and they can't let down on second down now. They need a good 3-4 yards on this next play.
So it's a 2nd and 5 situation from their own 38 here in Kingston. In the backfield is Neil Brown, as well as Dave Ransom. To give us to Ransom, and he's stuffed by number 50, Blaine Smith, the linebacker, 6 foot 225 linebacker. But he's stuffed short, and it's the same thing as before. They get halfway there on first down, and they give it back on second, John.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back. There used to be a song about a group who used to do that, but you have to, I mean, that play was read clearly by the Panthers. Lozier was almost tackled in the backfield before he even handed off that ball, and the North Stars are not fooling anybody here tonight. The Panthers are coming right at him. They're anticipating run every play, and they're keying on a Ransom, and North Stars are not fooling anybody tonight. They got to mix it up more here.
3rd and 7, Lozier's back to throw. He goes deep for number 23, Critchburg, catches the ball, and he's down at the 18-yard line. So Jamie Lozier, when he's given the time, he finds Critchburg wide open for a big gain there, John.
Huge play there by Lozier. That was just an outstanding play. That's what the North Stars have to do tonight. They got to pass the ball as well, too. And that's how Lozier will get confidence, by putting the ball more in the air. Great throw there by Jamie Lozier. He can do it if you give him a few seconds, and that was great execution there. That play was right on the money, and can the North Stars now take it in here for the score? We'll find out in these next few minutes.
That was a 46-yard gain there by Lozier to Critchburg. Kreitzberg. Sorry there, Brian. So with 34 to go, it's a 1st and 10 situation from the 17-yard line of the Panthers. They're definitely in field goal range now, but they're going for the 7. The handoff is to Ransom, who stopped just at the line of scrimmage once again by Blaine Smith. Blaine Smith seems to be everywhere there, and this is most probably going to be the last play of the first quarter, John.
Yeah, Blaine Smith has been everywhere tonight. He's done a great job, and as this quarter is just winding down here, but yeah, their defense seems to be quite inspired here tonight, and this is not going to be easy here for the red zone for the North Stars to cash in here. These are the toughest 20 yards in football, and we'll find out in the second quarter how this drive will end up.
Well, that's the end of the first with the score. Kingston Panthers 7, Plattsburgh North Stars nothing, but they're striking. So we're going to take a quick break here on the North Stars Television Network. We're back in Kingston for quarter number 2 of this Empire Football League game between the Kingston Panthers, the home team, and your Plattsburgh North Stars. I'll remind you, I'm Chris Como, along with John Mishak doing the analysis and the camera work, double duty for John here, replacing Foxy and Goose, who wanted the A team to come out here, so to do the game here in Kingston. So it's a 2nd and 9 situation from the 16 for the striking Stars. There's a lot of movement there. No flag there. There goes the flag. Jamie Lozier sweeps left. Free play. Finds Kritzberg, but he's incomplete. Just off the hand, but that's going to be a quick 5 there. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 situation. They just get 5 more yards closer to the end zone there, John.
That's right. The Panthers jumped offside, and that was a free play and a good play there by Lozier. Why not go for the touchdown? You got a free play, use it. And good job there by Lozier to read the situation well, and almost got a touchdown there. But now they're going to be a little closer here as the referee will assess an offside penalty against the Panthers, and this is going to make it a lot easier. Instead of 2nd and 9, it's going to be 2nd and 4 for the North Stars. So this drive looks very much alive.
So the encroachment call for the Panthers. We're going to take the time to thank our sponsors. There's Rick Harp at the Days Inn. There's the North Country Cable Network. There's also the Home Reno Depot in Plattsburgh for building the press box at Bayleaf Park. So 2nd and 4 situation from the 11. 8 seconds gone in the quarter. 3 steps, goes to Kritzberg. Incomplete, covered there by Mavar Tinsley. Kritzberg was looking for the penalty call, but there was nothing there. It was a clean defensive play, and they're going to be 3rd and 4 situation from the 11, John.
Yeah, Kritzberg was looking for the pass interference call, but he didn't get it. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary there. Of course, every receiver will always want the referee to throw the flag there, but that pass should maybe throw a little bit higher because he does have a height advantage on the defensive back, but in any event, they got one more down here to convert. They might even go on 4th down as well, too. This could be considered four down territory, so let's see what quarterback Lozier does here.
There's a lot of movement there.
Oh boy.
That looked like an offensive call there. We saw on the right guard, on the right tackle situation, Sulikowski just moved offside. This one might go back the original 5 yards. John, you mentioned there the height difference between Kritzberg and the guy who was covering him, Mavar Tinsley. Kritzberg is 6'4", and Tinsley was only 6 foot, so maybe Lozier should have gotten the ball a little higher. Maybe it was slightly underthrown there.
Yes, it was, but it's easy up here to say how you should throw it as high as possible. When you have 4 or 5 men bearing down on you, there's not much time to think up there. But I'm sure Lozier will adjust, and he'll throw it up higher next time for Kritzberg. But once again, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. That song, by the way, was by Paula Abdul. I just remembered it. So now it's 3rd and 9.
Lozier looks to Kritzberg on the crossing pounder, but it's a little ahead of him, and the special teams are going to come on. We're going to see Zach Lattonville come in to try the kick, possibly, on a 4th and 9 situation from the 16. So Lattonville comes in, and he's got an attempt at a 33-yarder. That's very possible range there, John.
It's not a problem of range here. It's a problem of execution. There's got to be a good snap by the center to the holder, and the kicker has to fall through with his kick. And I was talking there with Coach Akey there, the special teams coach, and he said he worked on it all week, so let's find out if his fruits of his labors will pay off. I think we got a timeout here by the North Stars, so we'll see after the timeout, can they execute this field goal attempt.
That's right, the Stars took their first timeout, so with 14:38 to go, we're going to take a quick timeout here on the North Stars Television Network. Back at Dietz Memorial Stadium for the Plattsburgh North Stars game on the road against the Kingston Panthers. Lattonville's going to try a 33-yard attempt, 32-yard actually. Snap holds good. And the ball never got over 8 feet, and it's no good, so they wasted the turnover and the long play there to Kreitzberg. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back at their own 22, John. Who had mentioned how much he has worked on the kicking during the week with Coach Akey, but maybe he got a little nervous there.
Well, it's a lot different in game situations. You have real live bodies running at you hard, and Zach, I don't know what happened to Zach there. He really didn't get off a good kick there, but Zach will be back, I'm sure, but that's not a good start for Zach, but hopefully Zach will get a second chance. I'm sure he'd love to redeem himself, but an empty drive for the North Stars, not what they wanted.
So Sharp's going to take over for the Panthers at their own 22-yard line. There was an awful lot of movement there, John. I think that someone forgot the ball, and I think it might have been Sharp.
Yes, Sharp didn't look too sharp on that play, but that happens as well, too. These players play here for the love of it, and they don't play like the NFL. They don't practice 5 times a week, but obviously there was the execution was definitely not legal there, but it'll be 1st and 15. But as long as Sharp can get back some of that yards on this play, he'll be all right.
Just to go back to Lattonville, I was talking with him before the game, and he's always been a soccer-style kicker, but that one seemed to go off his toe. I don't know, maybe it was just because he got nervous or just because he missed the execution, but I'm sure he'll have a chance to get back at it. As we see Matt Sharp at the helm with the 1st and 15 situation from their own 17 this time. Looks back to throw. Little swing pass there to Lindo, but did the turnaround and lost the ball there.
Yeah, the receiver of the backfield wasn't quite ready for that pass in the flat. The execution was lacking there. So now it's 2nd and 15. So now this is a good chance for the North Stars to pin the Panthers deep in their own end, and hopefully with a short punt or a good return on the punt return, they could come back and put the ball in the end zone as well too. So now it's up to the Plattsburgh defense here to take charge of this game and maybe create a turnover or an interception as well too. Would be a big plus to the offense.
It's very fortunate too for the North Stars that Lindo didn't catch that one on the swing pass because there was room to roam. So it's a 2nd and 15 situation. The second quarter's gone by very, very slowly. The give is to Lindo, and he's horked back behind the line by number 54, Shane Cheeseman, the 6'1", 248 linebacker. Just saw Lindo sweep and just wrapped him around.
Oh, Cheeseman really cheesed off on that running back. Great play there by Cheeseman. Got in the backfield quickly and wrapped up the running back in the open field. That's a big play there by Cheeseman. Now instead of 2nd and maybe short, it's 3rd and very long here. I think it looks like a good 20 yards. So this is a great opportunity for the North Stars to get great field positions for their offense. But once again, hats off to Shane Cheeseman, who comes from Vermont, one of the 5'6" Vermonters who traveled every game. It's great to have him here in Plattsburgh, and great job there by Cheeseman once again.
So it's a 3rd and 22 from their own 9. I notice, I get the feeling, Sean, whenever Cheeseman makes a tackle, you're going to be saying something, well, cheesy.
Oh.
The fake. Finds the open man. It's Mike Montalvo who gets tackled out of bounds by number 17 Arnold at the North Stars 45. So Sharp on the bootleg found number 32 Mike Montalvo, the running back, open for a big gain.
Oh, great call there by Sharp. He had me fooled there just for a few seconds, but that's his bread and butter play. He fakes the line buck, and then he scrambles to the right and throws very well on the run, and he found Montalvo wide open there. Great call there by the Panthers, and the North Stars have to look out after that play. They have to maybe have one guy keying on the quarterback and one guy on the running back, because that's his favorite play, that little fake play in the middle and rollout. But it worked to perfection on that play, and if it keeps working, why not do it?
Glenn Arnold on the tackle after the 48-yard gain, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 situation for the Panthers at the North Stars 44-yard line. That's Montalvo in motion. Looks right. Deflected, picked off by Arnold. Arnold goes right, and he's stopped at at the 44-yard line. So after a big play, Sharp decides to give the ball back to the North Stars with 12:04 to go.
Yes, that was very generous of the Panthers to give the ball back to the North Stars. Good play there by Glenn Arnold, picking off that tipped pass. That's why you do the tipping drills. And so once again, the turnover is the big story here tonight. I think we're up to our 4th turnover already. And I think the key tonight will be which team will make the lesser amount of turnovers. The team that will protect the ball better and control the ball will win tonight. And so far, we're pretty much at a standoff as well, too. But the North Stars still have to at least score one more touchdown to even up this game.
Or the team who makes the most with their turnover situations. So Arnold makes 2 big defensive saves for the North Stars, and they're going to get the ball back at their own 44-yard line. Lozier looks back, deep, finds the open man. Unfortunately, it's number 21, Eddie Pride for the Panthers, who's still up and who's wrestled down, and there's a flag there, but tackle is made at the 25. They seem to be playing not football, but a game called For You, For Me, John.
Well, I feel like we're at a bakery tonight. I've seen so many turnovers here tonight that I'm starting to get hungry here, but just too many turnovers. And when you have too many turnovers, it kind of creates a weird game as well, too. That was actually a pretty good punt if you think about it, but once again...
It was a throw, not a punt.
Well, the ball went about 30-40 yards, and at least it pinned the Panthers into their territory, but on first down you want to do better than an interception, of course.
So the penalty is to the Panthers, 10 yards. They're going to go 10 yards further for the block in the back there. Blah, blah. So the Panthers are going to get the ball back where they pretty much started all this mess, at their own 10-yard line with 11:19 to go. Boy, John, we were mentioning off camera that the first quarter took about 20 minutes, but this one's taken almost 45 minutes right away.
Yes, it has dragged a lot with all the turnovers and the teams, the defensive units and the offensive units going on and off the field. It feels like hockey tonight with all the shifts we've had here, but yeah, this just too many turnovers.
The give is to Lindo for the Panthers. Gets halfway there, so he's at the 15. He's down by the Plattsburgh North Stars, pretty much gang tackled there. So with 10:47 to go, it's going to be a 2nd and 6 situation. They call it 4 yards. So we got 5 turnovers so far, 3 by the North Stars and 2 by the Panthers. I don't think that's what either coach wants to see, neither Coach Manor but for the North Stars or Coach Clausey for the Panthers.
No, turnovers will give a coach ulcers, and that's what drives them crazy. And so far, both of these coaches must be pulling their hair out a little bit here, but at least both teams are reciprocating back and forth, so no team is getting ahead of each other either.
Well, Coach Manor is bald, by the way, so there's no hair to pull. The fake is to absolutely no one, and no one bought it, especially the Plattsburgh defense. On the play was number 47, Chris McGrath. And I believe number 48, Jake Wilson, last week's Defensive Player of the Week. So they are deep in Panther territory. It's a 3rd and 16 situation on the 4. So they have to get to the 20 for the first down. And at least get a couple so they don't get pinned for the punt deep in their own end zone, John.
Yeah, if I'm the Panthers, I'd like to maybe complete the ball over the middle somewhere quickly. But if the North Stars could pin the Panthers here, they're going to get the ball in great field position. But like I said, once again, if the offense gets the ball, they got to protect the ball. So maybe the defense can make something big happen on this play. Maybe an interception for a touchdown would be nice as well, too.
Well, the last time the Panthers were in this situation, they got a 48-yard pass to Montalvo, and the sweep is to Lindo, who cuts back in, but he's stopped at the 13-14-yard line by number 38. Eric Butt was in there with number 48, Jake Wilson. They didn't get the first down, and they're going to have to punt with 8:51 to go. So they're still in good field position, depending on the kick here, for the North Stars to get a decent drive in.
Yeah, they're still in very good position as well. The defense did a great job on the last drive. They got about 8 yards on the last play, but the defense has played well, and now it's up to the special teams maybe to create something here. A nice punt return here for a touchdown would also be nice for the North Stars. And let's not forget that if the snap isn't good, they might even get a safety touch or maybe get the ball near the goal line of the Panthers. So anything can happen.
Don Checksfield back for the punt. Nearly blocked. Brown is back. He catches it at their 48-yard line. Finds some room. He's inside to the 35, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Punt by Checksfield, returned by Randy Brown.
So it's a 35-yard punt and a very good return of almost 20 yards. We're going to take a break here on the North Stars Television Network with 8:03 to go in the second quarter. We're back in Kingston, and the North Stars are going to get the ball at their own 31-yard line. The dig is to Ransom, goes left, gets some room. He gets outside to the 23-yard line. Excellent run of 7 yards. Pushed out of bounds by Mavar Tinsley.
Knocked out of bounds by Mavar Tinsley.
He got a very good block around the outside there, and that's just some more work, especially on a sweep like that. Good work there by the offensive line.
Great job there by the offensive line. I believe that was Bone Jones was the tackle there, and he must have cleared out half the defensive line there for the Panthers. And Ransom turned the corner beautifully and got a great gain on first down. But the North Stars have been in this position all night, but they've been doing well on first down, but they haven't been able to sustain the drive. Let's see if they can go over the hump here in this drive.
They have something like negative 15 yards on second down tries as the give is to Ransom. Cuts in, then cuts back out. He's got the first down and some room to move. He's inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. So Ransom, for the first time of the game, on second down, they get the first down and a lot more. They're going to have a first and goal situation, John.
Well, sometimes it takes the offense a little longer to get into the game, and that's a great play there by the North Stars. Looks very positive this drive. They're going to have first and goal from the 8-yard line of the Panthers, and so they overcame that hump there on second down. Now they have a chance to tie the game up and maybe even go ahead. Actually, they're down by 7, I believe. So they probably won't go for 2, but they can definitely tie the game up here. But good job once again by the offensive line. Good job by Ransom finding the gaps in the defensive line, and this looks like a very promising drive for the North Stars.
Well, Ransom had over 120 last week, and he seems to be headed for more as he gets the toss up the middle. He stopped at about the 6-yard line, so he gets 1 yard, maybe 2, with 6:18 to go in the first half. Well, John, it's pretty much like we expected. There hasn't been a lot of passing, mostly running, especially when you've got guys like Ransom on for the North Stars and for Ruben Lindo for the Panthers.
Yes, the running game is standing out here tonight, and in the Empire Football League, teams usually go with their strengths, and this is what both teams are doing, but it's good if you can mix the run with the pass every now and then. When the teams have passed, they've been successful tonight for big gains as well.
It's from the 7, the second and goal. Kreitzberg in motion. The give is to Ransom, who stopped at the 5, gang tackled. Well, they get another yard, but that's not what they need now. The next play that they get a yard, they're going to have to kick it.
Yes, this is a big payoff down here for the North Stars, and it's 3rd and goal. The way the kicking game is going, though, this might be 4-down territory as well, too, as I believe the North Stars have called timeout here. Yes, they have. But this is going to be we're going to see what's going to happen after this timeout here for the North Stars.
So the Plattsburgh North Stars take a second timeout, and we're going to take a timeout here on the North Country Cable Network with 5:23 to go in the half. We're back in Kingston for the last 5 minutes and 23 seconds of the first half between the hometown Kingston Panthers in the black and your Plattsburgh North Stars in the white, who are driving. It's a 3rd and goal situation from the 5 in the I formation. The handoff is to Lozier, gets away from his man, has some time then. Gets in for the score! What a play by Jamie Lozier. Looked like he was in trouble way deep behind the line of scrimmage, got away, and somehow, just like Sharp did on the Panthers touchdown, managed to squeeze in the corner there, John, for 6.
Great job there by Jamie Lozier, scrambling for his life, and he made something out of nothing. Actually made something out of nothing there. Great job there by Lozier, and that was a big play by the North Stars, and that's what you have to do sometimes in the Empire Football League. You have to improvise, and sometimes the play that you design doesn't quite work out, but you have to adjust, and Lozier did a great job there. He used his speed and got around the corner and got just inside the pylon for the 6.
Lattonville for the extra point. Holds good. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 5:09 to go, The Plattsburgh North Stars tie the game. We're going to take a quick timeout here in Kingston with 5:09 to go.
Don't forget the first.
We're back here in Kingston. It's a tie ball game, 7 apiece. The North Stars are going to kick it off. And John, we were mentioning before, just to go back on the touchdown run, now how slippery the turf was. Steve Hossack of the Panthers was going right after Lozier. Short kick there, but he slipped. Lindo picks it up after he fumbles it. The reverse is by number 24, Yusef Parker on the left. And he's stopped in the open field by Eric Butt, all alone, open field tackle. On the reverse, fooled everyone but Eric Butt, and there's the flag on the play. See that coming, John? Did you have it ready on the camera?
I don't know. It seemed that was that a reverse there, Chris?
Yes, it was.
I believe I picked up the guy with the ball. I'm pretty sure about. But yeah, I read that play. That was a nice try there by the Panthers. Why not throw a few gimmicks out there, try and make something happen, and that's what you have to do in this league. And unfortunately, however, this ball is going to be brought back here for the Panthers, but still a good try there by the Panthers. The old reverse on the kickoff return, not a bad idea.
There's a block from the back on the call. I saw personally the Panthers practicing that move. That us coming from Montreal, we see the Alouettes used to do that a long time ago. The old Alouettes and the old Concords used to come up with that play an awful lot to fool everyone. But our cameraman John, being from Montreal, wasn't fooled. So with 4:38 to go in the first half, Sharp and the Panthers are going to take over the ball at their own 21-yard line. Montalvo in motion. Looks left. Tipped. Picked up by number 91, Tom Sebald. For a gain of 7. Looks like the Panthers were practicing those tip plays too. The last one was a pickoff by Glenn Arnold, and this one, Tom Sebald, the big tight end, picked up with the ball there, John.
Lucky break there for the Panthers, but they'll take it. And once again, that tipping drill coming in handy here tonight. And you have to always be alert, even though the pass is not coming your way. You have to always anticipate the tip, and that's what the Panthers did. And now they're sitting pretty here at 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 from their own 28-yard line with 3:43 to go in the first half. Sharp calling the play. The give is to Lindo. No, sorry, it's to Des Stokes, who gets the first down but then's wrapped up by number 39, Jim Monahan.
First down, Panthers.
I believe it was Monahan. I could be wrong. Probably am. We're kind of far from here, John.
That was a great play there by Arnold also. He stepped up into the play and buckled the running back there of the Panthers. That was a great job there by Arnold. However, he already got the first down, but good job there by Arnold coming from his safety position to stuff that play and prevent a long gainer for the Panthers.
So it's a 1st and 10 situation from their own 34-yard line, sorry. It's Montalvo in motion again towards the right. Looks right. Lob pass to Yusef Parker, but it's just over his head. He had Eric Butt beaten there on the out route, but just over Parker's head.
He did. He was burnt on that play, but fortunately for the North Stars, that pass was a bit long. But that play will work again if they come back to it later on, and I'm sure quarterback Sharp will put that somewhere in his mind and save it for another play down later on in this game. But good idea, but the execution wasn't quite there. But that will loosen up the defensive backfield, also the North Stars.
So 2:38 to go in the first half. Tied at 7 here between the North Stars and the Panthers. Sharp out of the shotgun on 2nd down. Stokes in the backfield with him. Looks right. It's picked up by Arnold. It's his 2nd one of the game, and he's off. He's in the Panthers' territory. He's to the 45. Gets outside to the 40. He's got breathing room. He's to the 15, to the 10. Touchdown, North Stars. Glenn Arnold, their big man, with the 2nd pickoff.
There's no flags here.
Looking for flags. There's flags back at the 44-yard line of the North Stars, so I don't think this is going to hold. Great run there by Arnold to find the open field, but unfortunately this one's going to go back, but they will get the ball back.
Oh, that's a bad break for the North Stars if this is going to come back. We're looking for the signal of the referee, but obviously nobody is lining up for the point after touchdown, but a great play there by Arnold. Unfortunately, it's for naught, but you got to be careful that when the pickoff happens, that you don't push the other team in the back. That usually happens quite often, and that's what you have to be careful of. Is you got to be disciplined, and this is going to cost the North Stars. So what could have been a touchdown now is going to be a long drive for the North Stars. There you go. Block in the back once again as well too. So that's a bad break for the North Stars, but
they still get the ball back.
That's true. That's the positive part. They get the ball back, and they just have a little over 2 minutes to go in this half to try and go ahead before the halftime break.
2:20 to go for the North Stars to try and drive. Glenn Arnold's the only guy in the Empire Football League to run a kickoff for a touchdown this year, so almost had an interception for a touchdown. Quick patch to Critchburg. With the lateral to Ransom, gets the first down, and he gets into Panther territory. Neat little quickie, what do you want to call that? Quickie little ficky play, and they get the first down, John.
That's a great gadget play by North Stars. I don't think I've ever seen that. That was very creative and very innovative. I love that play, and that's the kind of football that's going to win you games. Aggressive kind of football and different as well too. Keep their team on their toes, and that was also a good play there by Ransom to get out of bounds as well too by stopping the clock. Actually, the referee's going to run the clock down, I believe, to the 2-minute warning. No, the clock is still stopped at 2:10.
Yeah.
But great play there by the North Stars, and they're just inside the Panthers' territory, so I'm sure they love to score here before going into the locker room.
That's right, they're at the Panthers' 48-yard line with just over 2 minutes to go, and it's a 1st and 10 situation. No one's lined up left. Ransom and Neil Brown are in the backfield. Lozier looks to pass, looks deep. Incomplete. It looked more like it was intended for number 21, Eddie Pride of the Panthers, knocked by John Mulholland. Decent play by Mulholland. Unfortunately, it had to be on the defensive end to save the interception.
That was a very smart play there by Mulholland. He saw he didn't have the position, and what happened there is the two players reversed roles. The receiver became the defensive back, and the defensive back became the receiver. Good job there by Mulholland to stick that hand in there and preventing Pride from getting that interception. Smart heads-up play gives the North Stars a chance to prolong this drive here.
There was a chance there for Eddie Pride to have his second interception to try and match Glenn Arnold. It's all for naught thanks to Mulholland's defensive play. So it's a 2nd and 10 play. This is going to be a last play before the 2-minute warning, and it's given to Ransom, who gets 8, stopped at the 40-yard line. And it's going to be a 3rd and 2 situation as we come. It's the 2-minute warning with 1:55 to go, tied at 7. We're going to be back for the last 2 minutes of the first half after this.
We're at the 2-minute warning.
We're back in Kingston for the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. That's right, Chris. Between the Plattsburgh North Stars, who have the ball at the Panthers 40, and the Kingston Panthers, the home team, at 1 and 2. Out to Mulholland on the swing. Struggles to get the first down, but he makes it. So quick little one-step drop, and Mulholland was wide open there. Just to get the first down, it's going to be a 1st and 10 situation for the North Stars at the 38. And how quick do you think they have to go now with just over 90 seconds to go in the half?
They got to go in the hurry-up mode, and that's what they're doing. But too bad Mulholland couldn't get out of bounds on that last play. But it was important to get the first down as well, too. So at least they got the first down. Getting out of bounds would have been nice, but they got plenty of time here to make something happen.
And Ransom's trying to make something here. He gets to the 29-yard line. So Ransom's had a huge first half. He must have around 65 yards so far. Just on course to get what he got last week with 123 and 1 touchdown. And the North Stars take the timeout after the 9-yard gain. We're going to take a timeout with 1:14 to go on the North Stars television network. We're back at Dietz Memorial Stadium here in Kingston, New York, and just south of Albany. For the last 1:14 of the half between the North Stars and the Panthers, tied at 7, and the North Stars are threatening. It's a 2nd and a short 2 from the Panthers 29. Out to Ransom, way behind, flea flicker, to absolutely no one. Well, John, what the hell was that?
That's called the old double pass. Unfortunately, the execution wasn't quite the way it was designed for on the chalkboard, but good thing that he caught that ball, because that would have been a fumble. But at least he threw the ball into the dirt, stopped the clock, and they can try again here on 3rd and 2. But that execution was totally lacking. It was a complete breakdown on the North Stars offense. But at least they didn't give up the turnover, and they still got a chance to make something happen here on this drive.
It's a 3rd and 2 situation thanks to that, we'll call it a play. It's a loosely used word. 3rd and 2 from the 29. Lozier looks deep, looks up the middle for number 87. Well, nicely caught by Chad Allen. The 6'3", 230 tight end for the first down. They're just outside the 15-yard line with 50 seconds to go, and they're really in the hurry-up mode now. And Lozier downs the ball with 44 seconds to go. Nice crossing route there by Chad Allen to get the ball, and a nice pass by Lozier, got it right in the numbers.
That was beautiful execution between quarterback and tight end there, and that was just a great play. And now they're in a great situation here. They're on the 15-yard line, and a good play there by Lozier to throw the ball into the dirt, stop the clock. But once again, when the execution is there, the North Stars do a good job.
Speaking of timeouts, we're going to take a timeout here because the Panthers took their third one. With 44 seconds to go, we're going to take a timeout here in Kingston. We're back, and with the down ball by Lozier, it's going to be a 2nd and 10 situation from the 15 as the Panther crowd starts getting a little loud here. Lozier looks right, looks left, looks right again. He's got room. That's pass to number 72 for the North Stars, George Facteau. No, that can't be right. No, that's Neil Brown. George Facteau is a little bigger than that there, John. And 21 seconds to go, and the clock is ticking. Get it out, Como. It's a 3rd and 10 situation. Lozier looking end zone. No. Runs up the middle to the 7. But that's a bad play with 4 seconds to go. The clock's going to run out. On the first half for the North Stars, the clock stopped at 2 seconds. Lozier couldn't find a man. Why didn't he just throw it right out of the end zone there, John?
That's what he should have done, Chris. He should have thrown the ball away. I don't know why the referee stopped the clock with a couple of ticks remaining. This half should be over, but that's just what you call lack of experiences there too. When you have no timeouts left, you either throw the ball away or in the end zone, or you run out of bounds. But you don't end up getting tackled in the middle of the field. And I don't know why the clock stopped here as well too. Maybe the referee will just declare the half over. But this half should be over, Chris, as far as I'm concerned. There's no timeouts left for the North Stars, and this is what they're discussing.
I believe that's what Coach Clausey is out for the Panthers discussing, but in a situation like that, when Lozier's had 3-4 Panthers prowling around him there, sometimes you hit the panic button and you forget what to do. You keep your head about yourself, but it's going to be a 4th and 2 situation. If they keep the clock stopped, then Zach Lattonville and the rest of this kicking team's going to have the chance to come out.
Well, I don't understand why the clock was stopped, Chris. I'm still not sure. I'm going to check that at halftime, but this could be a break for the North Stars. The only way a clock can stop when you have no timeouts is if there's a penalty called, and I didn't see any flag down either. So I'm quite miffed at what's happening here in Kingston. But this could be a break here for the North Stars if they can cash in here. I think they're going to go for it here in 4th down as well too. They're not going for field goals, so this could be a bonus play here for the North Stars.
Hopefully, looks ends. No, doesn't find it. He's going to get chased. And it's incomplete. So in retrospect, that's the end of the half. But maybe they should have gone for the field goal there for the safe 3.
Well, it's easy to second guess, Chris. But I think that was a good call. I know the kicking game is not quite up to scratch here tonight, so we've seen early on. But a good gamble. Unfortunately, the execution wasn't there. But in any event, that's the end of the half, and should be a very interesting half in the second half.
So we're going to take our halftime break because everyone else is. We're going to the halftime show with the score tied at 7 here in Kingston on the North Stars Television Network. Welcome back, everyone, to Dietz Memorial Stadium here in Kingston, New York for the second half. The Empire Football League game between the hometown Kingston Panthers and your Plattsburgh North Stars. Good evening, I'm Chris Como along with John Mishak as analyst and as cameraman, double duty for John. Mind everyone, next week on the North Stars Television Network, little short kick there. Picked up by Arnold, finds some room, gets to about the 45, 46 yard line. So the number one kickoff return man gets to the 46, good territory. As I was speaking before I was abruptly cut off by the play itself. Next week the North Stars are going to be in Watertown to face the Watertown Red and Black. Foxy and Goose Gagnon will be doing that game for you. That'll be coming to you next week. For the first half, a whole bunch of stuff happened, but during the halftime, we don't get any stats like we do in arena ball, John, so we really couldn't tell you what happened. But we do know now, 14:30 to go, 30 seconds gone in the second half, and the North Stars have the ball as Logier still at the helm. The handoff is left to Ransom, cuts back in, he's got some room. Once again, he gets to 7 yards, so Dave Ransom is starting off where he picked off after the first half there, John.
You can always pencil him in on first down for a 7-yard gain. He's done that all night. We sound like a broken record. He's done a great job on first down. I also like to clear up something for our viewers on the North Stars Television Network, is that in the half, the clock stopped because Coach Shannon Manor elected to have a conference call with the referee. You're allowed one conference call per half to stop the clock. How about that? A bonus timeout. I didn't know that there was such a rule, but apparently there is.
Weirdo rule. The handoff is to, who the heck was that? Lozier kept it, but I think he was tackled by Ransom himself, and then finally the Panthers cut up and tackled Lozier for the sack at the 50-yard line. So once again, on second down, they returned the yards that they took.
Incredible. The total breakdown there in the backfield. The exchange was totally muffed between quarterback Lozier and Ransom, and that instead of second and short, now it's third and about 5, which is longer as well too. So it's going to be a little tougher for the North Stars to convert there, but I'm sure they can do it. There it is. There it is
to Kreitzberg for the first down and more. He's inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So the quick cut, the cross cut there by Kreitzberg, found by Lozier. And they get the ball inside the 30, John. So they're starting off with a nice drive here, the North Stars.
This is what the North Stars want to do at the beginning of the second half. They want to take it right to the Panthers. They want to get a good sustained drive here and get a touchdown as well too. These drives up and down the field are nice, but you got to put the points on the board. If you don't put that ball in the hole, you're not going to win the games in the Empire Football League.
That's right. With the North Stars averaging just under 20 points a game, they got to pick it up from their average so far. 1st and 10. Whole bunch of movement there. That's going to be an offensive call by number 87 for the North Stars. That's Chad Allen. Got a little rough there on the line. So they're going to move this one back 5 to the 33-yard line. They call it on the defense. Odd play. So they move 5 yards closer, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 23 there, John. How important is it, do you think, as you mentioned, to get at least 3 and hopefully 7 in the first drive of a half?
Oh, it's huge. It's just it's very motivating for the offense. It's very demoralizing when you take the ball up and down the field and you have nothing to show for it. You get field position, but every offensive team wants to put points on the board, and when that doesn't happen, frustration starts to build up.
That's right. It happened last week. They moved the ball totally, but only got 2 touchdowns. Is the handoff to Ransom, and he's sacked way back at the 35-yard line. Sorry, at the 30-yard line, so that's a 7-yard loss. And once again, on second down, they get Jack Squad.
Once again, yeah.
Actually, first down.
Yeah, that's right. Now it's going to be second and long here, second about 9. But great play there by Rogers on the Panthers defense, coming in and cutting the running back deep in the backfield. And the North Stars haven't shown that consistency on offense of getting 2-3 good plays together. They get one good play followed by one bad. Let's hope they can string a few good plays in a row here and complete this drive.
Second and 11 from the 29. And Lozier sacked way behind the line of scrimmage by number 44, Mark Rogers. Rogers once again comes up big, and then they're going to be third and very long, John.
Rogers is a one-man wrecking crew here for the Panthers. Two plays in a row. He's got 2 big sacks as well, too. So Rogers looks like he's in the process of snuffing out this drive for the North Stars on his own shoulders.
That's right, and those are some big shoulders, too. He's 6 foot, 210-pound linebacker. So it's going to be third and mucho yardage, 21 they call it, from the 39. So they're out of field goal range now. 4-man D-line for the Panthers. With Stokes at the line, he's blitzing. The handoff is to Ransom, who's still up, somehow finds some room. And he's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line to the 28, and once again, they're not going to get the first down, John, but they might have just enough yardage for a long field goal attempt. It seems like it would be a 45-yard attempt from here, John.
Yeah, about that, Chris. And I don't know if the North Stars are going to go for it, but good job by Ransom to pick up some yardage there. Looks like he was in trouble. He wanted to throw that ball as well, too, but he couldn't set his feet and throw the ball. Actually, after he ducked that initial rush, I thought he had a chance to throw, but by that time he decided to put the ball away and get the most yardage he can. But the North Stars are going to be going for it here on 4th and about 9 yards, Chris.
They call it 4th and 8, although from the sticks it's definitely a 9 from the 26. So it's a important play here for the Stars. Looks left. And it's bobbled away, intended for Kreitzberg. But once again, number 21. No, Ruben Linda, it was right on the first play. Comes up and breaks it, almost gets the interception over Kreitzberg. So the Panthers hold somehow. It's 1st and 10 for them with 9:32 to go. Well, John, you want to second guess that play?
Well, what happened on that play? I thought Kreitzberg should have cut inside in front of the defensive back. He went behind him. If he had time to cut inside him, get great position, either catch the ball or get fouled from behind for pass interference. So I thought Kreitzberg had time to jump in front of him and cut off that pass. But once again, it's easy to call it from here as well, too.
That would have been a 44-yard attempt had they gone for it. Incomplete. Sharp was looking for his man, however, is underthrown. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 27. So, John, what do you think of the experience so far of coming down the whole trip and coming down to Kingston? It's a long drive from Plattsburgh, but so far it's been pretty, quite a bit of fun, huh? Don't you think?
It's been a great game. It's it hasn't been high scoring, but it's certainly been very entertaining and very unpredictable game here. I don't know which way it's going to go here, but we've been treated well by the North Stars. They have a beautiful bus here today, and it was a pleasure not to drive for once to a game. But definitely, it's been an entertaining game, but sloppy at times, but still very entertaining.
They give us to Lindo, who gets outside, just outside the 31, and we were mentioning off camera during the halftime break that might be just one touchdown that makes a difference, and the North Stars had the first opportunity and they didn't take it.
No, they did not, and that drive actually was really destroyed by Rogers of the Panthers as well too. They still had a chance to make it on 4th and 9, but the Panthers defense bent, but they didn't break, and that's what's important in football. You can give up yardage, but if you prevent those TDs, you're still gonna give your offense a chance to win the game. And it's anybody's game, and like I said during the halftime break, maybe the next touchdown will win tonight. Maybe we are in effect in overtime right now.
3rd and 5 situation. There's some movement there. It's a free play, but they stop it. Well, it's one of those things. If it's called on the defense, it could be a first down, John. It's 8:32 to go. If it's called on the offense, then it's going to be a 3rd and long situation. Talking it over. How suspenseful. It's called on the defense, and it's a 1st down call. So, you mentioned the bend and break, but that's kind of like a weeble. It fell over.
Yes, indeed, that was a weeble, and that was a weeble. That was a free 1st down there for the Panthers. Christmas comes early, indeed, for Kingston, but you got to prevent that from happening. Now it's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers, but they still have 64 yards to go for the touchdown, so the North Stars defense can still do a lot of damage here.
They give us to Lindo, who breaks it. He's in territory. Gets to the 30, to the 25. He's gone. He finds the touchdown. Ruben Lindo. Well, you mentioned 63 yards to the end zone. He found it quick.
He sure did. He sure did, and there was a complete breakdown there in the backfield of the North Stars. And there was some sloppy tackling as well too, and Lindo took advantage of that breakdown, and he made the best of it. He looked really determined for that end zone, and boy, if I said the next touchdown will win, then this doesn't look too good for the North Stars. But there's still plenty of time to go in this game, but not the play the North Stars wanted to see happen to them. Those big plays hurt a lot.
That's right, and with the run up the middle, after he got through the D-line, the linebackers were very close to the D-line. Once they got through that, basically there was Glenn Arnold alone to try and stop him, and he just couldn't do it, as we see Checksfield on for the extra point. And what the hell, he whiffed it. What a bobe. That's a 20-yard field goal, John. I mean, we used to do this with our eyes closed, John. We did this in Albany with the arena ball. And these guys can't put it through from 20. What are they doing here?
It's a chip shot. I guess they didn't practice much all week, and maybe, you know, when you practice, or even if you practice during the week, it's not the same in the game conditions. And you got to make those points happen, because usually in football, if you miss a convert, they really come to haunt you. So this might be a nice break here for the Plattsburgh North Stars. And if they win by 1 point tonight, that convert will be very big indeed.
To Don Checksfield, I want to apologize. You're not a bobo, so please don't knock in my teeth. So we're going to take a quick break here with 7:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. So from Bobo Kicker to Bobo Announcer, I'm Chris Como here on the North Stars Television Network with the kickoff. Leather worm burner.
Oh boy.
And no one wants the ball. It's picked up by Randy Brown. Finally, he gets outside to the 20, and he stopped at the 23. It seems like both teams are forgetting their brains on the bench there, John.
There's an old expression we use in sports, no brain, no gain, and that's what happened in that play. Nobody went for the ball. If nobody picks up that ball, that ball is a live ball. Luckily, Bomber Brown picked up that ball, but this happens a lot. I mean, these are not professionals, and they'll make mistakes, but as long as they can rebound and come strong, this is what this game is all about. There's plenty of time for the North Stars here to make many drives as well, too, but they got to start with one. You don't think about a third touchdown until you get the second one as well, too, and the North Stars have to have an attitude here that they want to take that ball and take it all the way into the end zone.
I think the worst part of that whole play was that John Ashley used no brain, no game. So it's a 1st and 10 situation from the North Stars zone 22. They give us to Ransom. Breaks it up the middle. Gets the 1st down. He gets to the 34-yard line. So once again, they'll give us to Ransom up the middle for the 1st down, but this time he gets more than his average of 7.
Well, that's good, because normally on 2nd and 3, the North Stars usually go back 3-4 yards. So maybe this time they'll keep going forward as well, too. If they can pick up 1st down on each play, then they're going to be okay on this drive as well, too. But they've shown they can move the ball tonight, but they just cannot finish those drives as well, too. And they cannot penetrate the red zone as well, too. So the Panthers have done a good job as well, too. We got to give them credit, as a mosquito is eating away at my legs here. Sorry, I'm just moving here a little bit, but definitely it's they've shown they can do it, but they just have to consummate their drives.
Next time wear pants, John. Whole bunch of movement. whole Panthers linebackers came up. It kind of looked like a line dance there with the offensive lineman, but there's going to be a penalty, obviously. 6.5 to go in the third quarter.
Penalty is offside.
This is on Blaine Smith, number 50 for the Panthers, and well, duh. It was obvious he went right over the line, the offensive line, and went right through the quarterback, and they hadn't even snapped the ball. So it's going to be 5 more for the North Stars with 6:27 to go. Clock is winding down, and they're at the 38-yard line, down 6. It's 13-7. They are moving the ball well on the ground. Unfortunately, the plays by the errors have been few and far between. They give this to Ransom again, to the right, who's stuffed right away by number 50, Blaine Smith, and number 51, Bill Crowder. So they get nothing on that one, and it's going to be a 2nd and 5 situation. As the time runs down, they're just outside the 40-yard line at the 39. Well, hopefully the same play doesn't happen here where they lose 3-4 yards there, John, but maybe they should find something else than to Ransom. Even though he's been very effective, they seem to be keying in on him as they give the ball to Ransom, who finds the left corner, gets the first down and more. He gets to the midfield line. See if he runs. No.
Ransom knocked out of bounds by Mavar Tinsley.
So Mavar Tinsley on the tackle, but doesn't get him out of bounds. The clock keeps running with 5:15 to go. And the North Stars have the ball finally in the Panthers territory. It's, as I said, maybe they shouldn't stop going. They should go to someone else other than Ransom, but if it's working, do it.
It is working as well, too. Unfortunately, they have to work the scoreboard a little bit. They got to increase that digit from 7 to 13 or 14. And these first downs are nice, but they're not going to win games. They're going to give you field position, but when the other team's up by 1 touchdown, you have to at least score 1 touchdown to match them.
Well, a touchdown drive starts with each play as they give it back to Ransom up the middle again. And big surprise, it's kind of predictable, but it's nice for North Star fans as he gets the 5 gets inside the 45-yard line to the 44 of the Panthers. And with under 20 minutes to go in the regulation time, start saying that now. They're only down 6, and for the North Stars, if they can punch it into the end zone, they're going to try and make Don Checksfield's missed extra point pay.
Now's the time to make him pay for that missed extra point, and like I said earlier, those extra points seem to always haunt you as well too. And this is a good-looking drive. You know, running Ransom all the time makes our job a lot easier, Chris. All we got to remember is Ransom in the backfield, and he's been quite the workhorse here tonight.
The give is to number 22. That's Neil Brown, who stops and gets close to first down yardage. That was a weird play there. Looked like Lozier took off with the ball, and none of the line moved at all, John.
Well, it seems it fooled everybody. I guess everybody was keying on Ransom, and that went to Brown as well too. But that was a nice pickup there of a good 5 yards as well too. And if that play looked really well disguised, and now it's only 3rd and 1, so the North Stars have a good-looking drive here as well too. And let's hope that this one will have a positive conclusion.
So it's 3rd and about half a yard from the 41-yard line of the Panthers. 3:15 to go. There's some movement there, so they're going to call the flags. Flags aplenty. Looks like the UN once again. I believe it's going to be called on the offense. Well, John, another nice drive is temporarily stunted by the offside call.
Yeah, the right side of the line moved there for the North Stars. I'm not going to mention any names. An offensive lineman, only time they get their names mentioned, there's a penalty. They know what happened, and it's one of those things as well, too. They're just a little anxious as the North Stars are calling timeout here, but not the kind of penalty you want to take on 3rd and 1.
So with 3:15 to go, since they take a timeout, we're going to take a timeout here in Kingston. We're back on the North Stars Television Network. We're here in Kingston, Panther Country, for the third quarter. 3:15 to go, and the North Stars are driving. They're at the Panther 45, and it's a 3rd and 6 call from their 45. There's Ransom. He's got the first down. He's got some room. He's inside the 30 to the 25, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. So once again, Ransom coming up huge, getting the first downs and the first down yardage.
Oh, Ransom once again to the rescue of the North Stars. What a workhorse he's been tonight. You can see why he's number 2 in the EFL. Ransom left, Ransom right, Ransom up the middle. We just haven't seen Ransom go deep for a pass, but maybe we'll see that tonight. He's been just tremendous here for the North Stars tonight. That was a big 3rd and 6 conversion for the North Stars. They needed that, but also they need a touchdown here on this drive.
That's right. With this performance, possibly Dave Ransom might be at the top of the league standings for rushing, and it's a 1st and 10 situation from just outside the 20-yard line, just outside technically the red zone. A lot of movement there by Lozier, and the entire Panther team just went right over the line and they called it. So it's going to be back 5 yards. It's going to be a 1st and 15 situation from the 25, and that's the 2nd or 3rd time that Lozier goes back with the illegal procedure there. Is that jitters or just inexperience, John?
Well, it's a bit of both. It's difficult for Lozier. He just started his first year as a quarterback, so we got to give him time. And it's just something that it will go away as the season progresses as well, too. But as long as he can put that touchdown on board, hey, I don't care how many penalties he gets. It's the bottom line that counts in this business.
But to give him credit, he has been running the offense well, especially the running game. Give him a chance to get inside. They show blitz, they get through. The give is to Ransom. Gets maybe half a yard.
Ball carried by number 32, Phil Smith.
No, it's given to Phil Smith, number 32. From up here, 32 and 33 look familiar, but we're inside 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And so far, like you had mentioned at halftime, there's only been 1 touchdown so far, even though the Stars are threatening.
Yeah, that's right. The Stars have done a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, but they have no touchdowns to show for in the 2nd half. And the Panthers made 1 big play for the touchdown as well, too. So it's not the yardage you accumulate; it's the points that you accumulate. And the North Stars look promising on this drive. But let's be positive, and hopefully this will have a good conclusion here, as Ransom is going to get a short gain here.
Thank you for taking my job there, John. And what more can I say? Nice job there on the commentary, John. John is the guy who does the Lady Islanders that you might have seen on the North Country Cable Network. So it's going to be a 3rd and 14 situation for the North Stars. They have to get just outside the 10-yard line with 1 minute to go in the 3rd. They've taken an awful lot of time off the clock there, John. Unfortunately, they might come up once again empty-handed.
Well, doesn't look too promising, but this is 4th down territory, so they don't have to pick up a 1st down on this play. But if they can pick up 7 or 8 yards, that will help.
The give is to number 23, Kreitzberg. He's short, but he gets to the 20-yard line. So with 28 seconds to go, the time is going to run down, and it's going to be a 4th and about 10 situation. So you just mentioned something there, John.
Maybe the North Stars might opt to go for the field goal because they need 2. They might need 2 scores to go ahead. Mind you, a converted touchdown will go ahead as well too. But looks like they're going to go for it. They don't quite have the confidence in the kicking game. But 4th and 9, they can do it. No question about that. It's not impossible. And let's see what happens on this play, Chris. I think somebody's called timeout here.
That's the end of the quarter, John. They didn't get the playoff, so they're going to see what happens here. The 4th and 9 situation. We're going to go to the 4th quarter here in Kingston with the score 13 for the Panthers, 7 for the North Stars. We're back for the 4th quarter, as we call it in French, the 4th quarter of the North Stars game. They're down 6, but they're looming. They're lurking around the end zone. On a 4th and 9 situation from the 20. Lozier looking end zone for Ransom. He got a touchdown! North Stars! No penalty flags. They tie this game up. Dave Ransom, you mentioned that the only thing he hasn't done was catch a pass, and he did it. Lozier found him on the corner pattern.
Unbelievable, Chris. All I said, yeah, we haven't seen Ransom go deep, and look what happened. Lozier heard me as well, too. Great pass there by Lozier, finding Ransom open in the corner of the end zone. And boy, I tell you, this Ransom, he's done it all tonight. I think he's going to be our player of the game tonight, hands down already.
That's right. Possibly after the game, we'll get an interview with him as Zach Lattenville comes in to give the North Stars their first lead of the game. So 6 seconds into the fourth quarter, they score. Tyler with the hold. It's up.
Oh,
And he chokes. So they had a chance for it to take the lead, and they just couldn't do it, John.
unbelievable, Chris. This was the golden opportunity the North Stars had. They could have made the Panthers pay for their missed convert, but instead the North Stars do not execute. And we have a tie game, Chris, and maybe we're going to be heading to overtime here tonight in Kingston.
You never know. There's still just 14:54 to go in regulation play, but anything can happen. Although you consider that Kingston's already reached their average for a game with 13 points. They came in averaging just over 12. All that's left now is for Plattsburgh to average their 19 and .75, just under 20. So we see Lattonville going to kick off for the Stars. And back deep for the Panthers is number 19, Ruben Lindu. Kick is very short. Picked up by Nolan, and it's free ball.
Oh, look out, look out.
Fumbled, picked up by.
He's got it.
Players are pointing to the North Stars' way, but the Panthers are pointing their way. It's Panther ball, but they're pinned down at the 7-yard line. That was a great chance there by the North Stars, but unfortunately for Plattsburgh fans, it was picked up by the Panthers.
Golden opportunity for the North Stars. That ball was sitting there all alone on the turf as well too. And I saw a lot of white shirts around the ball, but nobody came up with the ball. But the defense has played great tonight. If they can hem the Panthers in here, the North Stars should get the ball in great field position. And the offense did a great job on that last drive. Let's tip their hat off to them. They've struggled at time tonight, but they keep plugging, they keep fighting, and at least they got the touchdown last drive. Yes, the convert was missed, but at least they've tied the game up. So they got a chance to win now with their next touchdown.
So the Panthers penned down deep in their 9-yard line. Give us to Lindo. Gets across the 10 to maybe the 12-yard line, so it's a short gain. It's a gain of 4 because the ball was spotted at the 8, not on the 9 as the scoreboard said. So they get 4 yards, and that's a good carry there for the first down there by Lindo and the Panthers.
Yeah, that's a pretty good carry deep in your own end. You got about 3-4 yards there. There's a theory Hank Strime used to always use, the former NFL coach. Used to always say you should at least pick up 4 yards on first down to give your offense to keep your offense the option of either running or passing. And if you get 4 yards on first down, you're doing a good job.
So it's a 2nd and 7 situation from the 13, they call it.
Oh.
Lindo's flipped over by number 57 of the North Stars, Tom Gale, I believe. Or 47 rather, Chris McGrath. Came up.
Number 54, Shane Cheeseman.
Okay, I'm wrong twice. It's Shane Cheeseman once again. So what's your cheesy statement now, John?
Well, I haven't thought of one yet, Chris. But
Come on, think quick.
I don't know, but in any ways, Cheeseman sent that player end over him. That was a great tackle there by Cheeseman as well too. So he cut him up like a piece of cheese on that last play. There you go.
There we go. You almost cheesed out on us there, John.
Oh.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 13-yard line. The long 7 now for the Panthers, deep in their own zone. There's some movement there, and that's... Oh, Sharp gets hammered right through the line, and there's the flag. Don't know, put off by the side judge. We don't know if that's going to be because of the false start by Sharp or because of the late hit afterwards, John. But if it's against the Panthers, they're going to be even deeper, and it is.
It is a procedure call against the quarterback, and that'll put him deeper in the hole as well too. So once again, the defense has a chance to impose themselves here on the Panthers, and this is a good sign for the North Stars. And the defense has done a good job tonight. They're victimized by that one big play only, that 63-yard run there. But otherwise, they've played a good game tonight. The only touchdown they scored is on a short 5-yard drive by an interception as well too. So looks like the defense is going to come up big here.
3rd and 11 from their own 7. They give us to Lindo. Gets outside. So So Lindo doesn't get the first down
Taken out of bounds by Leslie Etienne.
at the 15-yard line. They're going to have to punt this ball away. It's going to give the North Stars great field opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to get great field position on this play there. We see Arnold going back for the North Stars, and Arnold's done a good job tonight. He'll probably just catch that ball and probably go to his right as well too. That's where the North Stars have found success running back the punts tonight. And yes, they should get real good field position here. Maybe even Arnold could take the ball all the way. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, he almost had the interception. He has one kickoff return. He's fourth, I believe, in punt return yardage. As I look quickly at my stats. Yeah, fourth in punt returns. What a memory. Good kick there by the Panthers. It's fumbled. Picked up at the 39. Looks for some room. Closes quickly. He's tackled way back. So a good kick there by Checksfield of the Panthers. And even though they're outside the 40-yard line, they're still in their territory, John.
Well, the Panthers are very happy with that punt there. That was a great punt there by, was it Chesterfield? That was Checksfield, excuse me. That was a great punt there by Checksfield, and that.
He's not a couch, John.
No, he sure is no couch potato, Chris. He did a great job lacing that ball downfield, and that's just what the Panthers needed, a big punt. And that's what you want from your punter late in the game. You want him to take you out of a bind, and the North Stars have to go 59 yards, so they still have a ways to go before hitting pay dirt, but great punt there by Checksfield, saves his team.
The 44-yard punt and -2 on the return. So Lozier's going to have 59 yards to go for pay dirt as the give is to Ransom up the middle.
Oh, fumble!
And it's fumbled, it's picked up by, let's see who it's picked up by. The Panthers picked the ball up.
Ransom, the ball carrier.
Plattsburgh has it.
Recovered by number 61, Eric Chartrand.
So Eric Chartrand, the big 6'2", 320 lineman, comes up with the ball. So they get the ball and the time is running down, but they got a big loss. As Black takes a timeout with 10:46 to go in regulation time, the score is tied at 13 here at Dietz Memorial in Kingston. We're back in Kingston. That was an 8-yard loss on the fumble picked up by Chartrand. Great hustle there by the big man to pick up the ball. Cross pattern by Mulholland, but it's dropped, incomplete. Boy, if Mulholland kept a hold of that one, he had a long way to go.
Yeah, the slant looked really good. Had he caught that cleanly and darted through, he would have had a big gainer and more, but unfortunately he wasn't able to squeeze that ball. That was a good slant pattern there, but Mulholland couldn't squeeze that. But once again, Lozier should keep that play for a play maybe down the road. That will work again.
So now the Stars are faced with a third and very long situation. 18 yards to go for the first down. They got to get just inside the Panther territory. They're at the 33. 10:40 to go in regulation. Ransom, the deep back. Fakes, throws it up for Kreitzberg. Catches it. Kreitzberg cuts, gets inside the 20. He's gone for the touchdown. Brian Kreitzberg with the touchdown. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag back at the 35 of the North Stars, so this might have gone back.
Big flag here.
From the way that Jamie Lozier is talking, looks very possibly like it's on the North Stars. But what a catch there by Kreitzberg. It looked literally like he just threw the ball up and Kreitzberg came back with it.
That was a great adjustment there by Kreitzberg, coming back to the ball. That's what I was saying early in the game. He didn't come back on the ball, but that play was beautiful. Unfortunately, guess what? We have zebra flu here, and this play is going to go for naught. There was an illegal man downfield. What a terrible break there for the North Stars. On 3rd and long, we thought he had a touchdown. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and longer now. But oh, what a shame that play. What a shame.
Great effort there by Kreitzberg. Unfortunately, it's all for naught. 6'4", 220 wide receiver. With 10:24 to go. they're going to have 5 yards more tacked on, so it's going to be a 3rd and 23 situation. From inside their own 30 now, they're at their own 28. Who knows, maybe they could go for the same play there, John.
Maybe it'll work again as well, too. They got to throw that ball up the field, and this is not a enviable situation for any quarterback. 3rd and very long, but let's see what Lozier could come out, what magic he can pull out of his hat here.
Looks deep, finds Arnold, but he's drilled, but didn't catch the ball. Looked like it hit the ground. They call it a complete pass. Glenn Arnold somehow held on to that ball. He got drilled. I mean, we saw 2 games of arena ball and one guy got hit like that, but that was one hell of a hit, and Glenn Arnold was man enough to get up after it.
Great concentration there by Glenn Arnold. I thought he was juggling that ball too, Chris. I thought that ball was gonna escape, but he somehow managed to hold on to that ball. And let's give Lozier a lot of credit for backing up in that pocket and heaving that ball downfield. You got to go for it, and he did. And he's doing a good job keeping that offensive unit still on the field.
There's Ransom with the carry to the left, and he was picked up and literally carried away before he gets to the 41-yard line for a gain of 3. But this has been the first time we've noticed Glenn Arnold on the offensive front. Maybe this is obviously a good sign for the North Stars.
Well, it's nice when somebody comes off the bench and delivers for you. And on his first one of his first receptions on the night, he comes up with a huge first down. I think it was 3rd and 22, and that's a 3rd and 23, and that's what you call a clutch catch there by Glenn Arnold, but also a clutch play there by the quarterback, Jamie Lozier, who's done a good job keeping the North Stars in this game, and it's anybody's game at this moment, and seems like they got a decent drive going here.
It's a 2nd and 6 from the 40. The sweep is to Ransom, right. Gets some room, gets 3-4 yards, gets 3, gets to the 37-yard line. We're under 8.5 to go in regulation play. Starting to smell like overtime there, John. And it's going to be a 3rd and 3 situation. One of those things that could give a defensive coordinator panics there for the Panthers because you don't know whether he's going to pass or throw.
Yes, this is a nice position for the North Stars. Do you run it? Do you pass as well too? But for the North Stars, I think they're going to run on this play. I think Ransom's been very effective as well too, and I think they'll pitch it out to Ransom as well too. Maybe go to the left this time. They've been running a lot to the right. Maybe this time they'll try the left as well too. But that's up to the offensive coordinator. We'll see what happens on this play.
Goes right up the middle, but gets tripped up short after a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 3 from about the 37, and it's going to be a little long as we see someone slow up. I believe could be Ransom. Let's take a closer look. We're going to take a quick injury timeout here with 7:39 to go in Kingston. We're back on the North Stars television channel, television station, whatever we call it. Doesn't matter. The important thing is we're there. It's 4th and 4. The injury was to Robert Brinson, the 5'7", 270 center. He's okay though. The fake punt. Arnold's going to take this one. Very interesting. Saw him take some snaps. No, it's Brown who's going to throw. Oh boy, he's screwed. No, he gets the ball away to no one. So once again on 4th down, they go for it, and once again they cough the ball up with 7:13 to go there, John.
Another empty drive there for the North Stars. They've shown a good ability of driving that ball, but once again they come up short. But there's still time to win this game for the North Stars. The defense has to make a few stops and get the ball back for the offense.
So Matt Sharp for the Panthers is going to get the ball back at their own 37 with 7:13 to go to score. It's one of these situations with 7:13 to go where pretty much the next scorer should do it. Of course, the go-to guy is Ruben Lindo, who's in there. The give is to Biscardi. Nope, sorry. Scott Stokes, the 5'8", 180 running back, gets the carry. Gets 1 yard, so it's going to be a 2nd and 9. Good stand there by the North Stars, John.
Yes, they need a big defensive stand here. They want to get the ball back for the offense. I think this defense of the Panthers must be getting tired soon. They've played a lot of minutes in this game, and maybe they're just going to be worn out at the end of the game as well too. But yeah, the defense wants to get that ball back for the offense. I'm sure the offense wants to get the ball back on their hands and put the ball in the end zone as well too. So the defense has played well tonight, and I'm sure they'll come up big on this drive once again for the North Stars.
See what happens now for the Panthers offense. We see Ruben Lindo on the bench. Montalvo's in motion right. Fake throw to Montalvo. Drops the ball. Actually, that was Youssef Parker, who beat his man, who beat Leslie Etienne. But just bobbled and dropped. How close was that there, John?
Well, also I think Etienne, he deflected that ball as well too. So that made it a lot tougher for Youssef to catch that ball. Good job by Etienne. He just recovered in the nick of time to distract the receiver. When you get a piece of that ball, he altered the flight of the ball, so that affected the concentration of Youssef. So good job by Etienne just to get a piece of the ball. Had he not touched that, I'm sure Youssef would have caught that ball and taken it in for the go-ahead touchdown.
It's 3rd and long now for the Panthers. One play away for the defensive stop for the North Stars. One man's way deep in his brown. Matt's running, bootleg right. He's running for his life. Throws it to number 81. Mike Greel gets the first down at about midfield. The reception rather is by Tom Sebald. Gets to the 49-yard line of the Panthers, so on the bootleg running for his life, Sharp finds the guy.
Great job there by Sharp finding Sebald on the sideline. Also great job there by Sebald coming back to his quarterback and helping him out. He didn't run his pattern, he broke it off and came to meet his quarterback. And good job between the quarterback and receiver making the play happen as well too, and a first down at midfield.
So it's 1st and 10 with 5:42 to go here in Kingston. Crowd of about 300 here to see the game. The give is to Scott Stokes. Gets about to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard more. So, John, we've been saying this for the past 20 minutes, but 5:21 to go. It's really starting to smell like overtime.
It sure is. I mean, this game is up for grabs. I'm not sure if anybody wants this game here tonight. Both teams seem to be happy with 13 points as well too. We can remind our fans that there will be overtime. There'll be, just like NFL rules, there's 1 quarter of 15 minutes. Sunday, the first team that scores wins the game, or if the game goes to 50 minutes, we'll have a tie as well too. But there's still time for the team to win, but both teams are having a hard time putting points on the board here tonight.
2nd and 10 now for the Panthers, from just inside their own territory at about the 49 3/4. The give is to Stokes. No, it's to Lindo. Gets outside to the 42 to 43 yard line. Gets 8 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and short. And good run on the outside, John, as I smell lime here for some reason in the booth.
Well, it's a nice smell, however. I must say, lime is a beautiful smell. But yes, that was a nice run there by Lindo. He's near first down. Actually, it's going to be about 3rd and 2. So now the Panthers' turn to march up the field. But this is kind of like a boxing match tonight. I feel this is Plattsburgh's game to win. And but if you don't put your opponent away, they're going to come back and haunt you as well too. Maybe the Panthers will mount a good drive here as well too. So sometimes when you dodge bullets left and right and you escape through all those difficult situations, usually you might come back and score one as well too. So let's see what the Panthers will do here on offense. This is their game to win as well too if they want it.
Pat Burke was the injured Panther, and if you mentioned that this is like a boxing match, maybe it's up to the North Stars now to bite the Panthers in the ear.
Oh, I don't think that extreme as well too, but in any event, they have to show a lot of bite here on defense as well too, to prevent the Panthers from scoring as well too. We don't know how good their kicking game. I don't think it is really proficient, but they have to also draw the line here soon. They cannot give them any more first downs.
You got 3rd and 3, and there's number 77, Brian Oakey, goes off on the false start, and it's going to give the Panthers a little more room to get the first down for with 4:06 to go.
That drives coaches nuts on a play like that. Instead of 3rd and short, now it's going to be 3rd and long, and so this is going to change the scenario for the Kingston team. I think there was a timeout called on that last play, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess we'll take a timeout here as well, too, Chris.
Yeah. 4:06 to go here in Kingston. .406 to go here in Kingston for the final couple minutes here in the regulation time here between the Panthers and the North Stars, tied at 13. It's a 3rd and 7 situation for the Panthers. Sharp is in the shotgun. 3 left, 3 to the right, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Get it out. The pattern there, no flag whatsoever. And they're going to have to kick it away here with just under 4 to go, John. Tight defense there, tight defensive coverage by the North Stars, and they're going to get this ball back with not much time left in regulation.
There was some bumping between the receiver and Jungle Jim Tyler, but no call. It looked like the bumping was strictly incidental. Jim Tyler, the KG veteran, knows how to bump the receivers as well, too, without getting a flag. And the North Stars will get the ball back one more time for maybe the final and clinching drive of the night.
Checksfield is back to punt, but we saw him taking some snaps here on the near side, so maybe there might be a fake involved. There isn't. That's going to go. Arnold takes it, though, inside the 5. Stopped at the 19-yard line. So they're going to be in their own red zone with 3:46 to go here in Kingston. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the North Stars television network. So we're back with 3:40 to go. Arnold got 14 on that return. 4th leading punt returner in the league. Trying to make something happen. Good effort. 3.5 to go now. Lozier looks left. Timing plotter for Kreitzberg. Oh. And the defensive interference call. The flag went. They're going to have a 1st and 10 from possibly the 40-yard line there, John.
That would be nice for the North Stars. We're going to wait for the call here as the referees huddle. Oh, my goodness.
Looked like Kreitzberg went over the back there, over his defender, and they called it offensive pass interference. So that's going to be brought back even deeper in their own 20-yard line. With 3:21 to go, the North Stars have just that much more space to get the touchdown, John.
Well, I would try that play again because Kreitzberg is tall. That play will work. But Lozier has to get it over the defensive backs this time as well, too. Not easy as well, too, when the defense is bearing down on you. But that play will work if they try it again.
It's a 1st and 15 play from their own 13-yard line. So they got 87 yards to go for pay dirt. 3:21 to go regulation time. They give us to Ransom, who sweeps left. Gets a good block and gets outside to the 18-yard line. So he gets those 5 yards that they just lost on the penalty. Ransom slow to get up. Possibly a turf burn or something. Possibly a cramp, John?
Could be like a cramp. If it's late, I think he has a cramp. We'll see what happens here. But if it's an injury timeout, he has to sit out one play.
The clock is stopped with 2:54, and we're going to take a stop here too in Kingston. We're back under 3 minutes to go here at Dietz Memorial Stadium in Kingston, New York. Tied at 13. It's exciting Empire Football League match. To give us to number 39, that's Jim Monahan who gets the carry.
Ball carried by Monahan.
Let's see how much he gets. He stopped maybe half a yard after the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Panthers take time out.
Tackle by Rogers.
Do they?
Yeah.
The Panthers seem to have taken time out, so with 2:29, we're going to take a quick timeout here in Kingston.
Timeout for the Panthers.
So the Panthers take their last time out there with under 2.5 to go in the hopes of stopping the North Stars and pinning them inside their own zone. 3rd and 8 from their own 20, the North Stars. Lozier looks back. Looks deep, but it's incomplete. It was trapped off the ground. So the Panthers' strategy comes through, and they're going to get the ball back with just about 2 minutes to go, John.
Yeah, good call by the Panthers. Gutsy play, and they can also benefit they have the benefit of the 2-minute warning as well too. So they want the ball back, and they're going to get it back as well too. And it's very important here for the North Stars to get a good snap and a good kick here. This is Randy Brown's biggest punt of the night. Just like Checksfield made a big punt earlier in this game, this is now Randy Brown's turn to do the same.
Plus, he's got a bit of a wind at his back, so hopefully that'll help. The lone man is, unfortunately for the North Stars, Ruben Lindo, who's back inside his 40-yard line. It's a good kick. Lindo catches it at his own 37.
Oh, there's the clip right there.
There's the flag. All of this is coming back, though. He's in, but this is no good. There was a clip way back. All you North Star fans, don't worry, don't fret. There's 2:03 to go, but this is coming way back thanks to the clip, John, and you noticed it first.
Oh, that was very obvious as well, too. The fans could cheer all they want, but it's going to be all for naught. It's coming back. So that was a clearly obvious call there. There shouldn't be any argument there. That was as clear a push in the back as you'll see. Even I saw that as well, too. So the fans had at least a chance to cheer a little bit, but they're going to have to save it. Maybe that'll be the last cheer of the night, but in any event, it's coming back. Once again, like I said, Chris, it's very important when you see the other player's numbers, you don't push the guy in the back, and that's an easy penalty to call for the referee.
I'm sure it was. So after the catch, would have been a 63-yard punt return for the touchdown. Fortunately, it's all coming back for the Panthers, and they're going to get the ball in decent field position with 2:03 to go. Unfortunately, no timeouts left, except for the 2-minute warning. So it's up to Matt Sharp of the Panthers to try and get something going to get him at least in field goal range, with no timeouts left, and it's up to the North Stars to come up with a big either defensive stop, John, or a turnover.
Well, yes, the defense could win it here for the North Stars with an interception and possibly a return for the touchdown. The Panthers have a difficult task here because they have no timeouts remaining to go 65 yards up the field. Their only ally is the sideline. They can step out of bounds and stop the clock, but this is a tough task for this offense.
Montalvo in motion to the right. Sharp looking, bootlegs to the right, and thrown away. Intended for Yusuf Parker. So we're going to take the 2-minute warning with 1:55 in regulation time. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 when we come back here on the North Stars Television Network. We're back in Kingston. The fans here in Kingston are getting kind of loud supporting their Panthers with under 2 minutes to go. It's pretty much overtime now, John, as you mentioned, although we've been calling it for the past quarter and change. Montalvo in motion. Looks right. Looks deep for Parker. Off the tip of his fingers, and could have been almost picked off by number 13, Leslie Etienne, on that play, John.
Well, Yusuf had great position. A couple of players could have had that, but Yusuf had good position there, and he could have had that ball. I mean, there's an old expression: if you can get your fingers on it, you can catch it. And I believe that ball went right through his fingers and almost went to the hands of Etienne. So that play is open. Yusuf has done a good job tonight of getting downfield. He just has to squeeze the ball now as well too. But if I'm Sharp, I'd look for Yusuf again as well too. Why not go for the home run as well too? Go for the gusto, as they say.
They've tried that play on a couple of occasions to the big 6'2", 200-pound wide receiver. 1:47 to go here in regulation time here in Kingston. It's 3rd and 10. One more play. Montalvo in motion again. The same play.
Oh, he pushed off.
He pushed off, and it's incomplete. So the North Stars are going to get the ball back with 1:41 to go, John.
Yes, they will get the ball back. Also, that was an incomplete pass. So the clock has stopped as well, too. So they'll get one more chance at this. Hey, maybe Zach Lanville will get a chance to win this game. I'd love to see him do it tonight. I know he struggled a bit tonight, and I know how badly he wants to kick a field goal. Wouldn't that be nice to see Zach win the game tonight for the North Stars?
Absolutely. There, I said my word. He's been working so hard during the week with the field goals with Coach Aki. But, maybe he'll have the opportunity. High snap. Gets it off. Lone back is Glenn Arnold. Picked up at the 21.
Don't clip him.
He breaks through. Gets to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 43. So with 85 seconds to go, flag is called late. Think this might bring the North Stars back a bit. We're going to take a quick timeout here with under 90 seconds to go in Kingston.
Tackle by Dennis Stokes.
We're back in Kingston. That penalty before we took the break was a personal foul call on the Panthers, so that's 15 yards tacked on. And the North Stars are going to get the ball 1st and 10 from the Panthers' 44-yard line. They give us to Ransom. He's got some room. He gets inside the 35.
Ball carried by Ransom.
So he gets 8 yards, but the time is running down. There's 1:12 to go. They're going to have to do this quickly with 2nd and 1, possibly 2 to go. Well, it's definitely hurry-up mode now, John.
Yes, it is, but they still have plenty of time to make something happen here. They shouldn't panic, but they should just hurry up and not waste time.
Lozier on the option play, keeps. Gets the 1st down and more. He's inside the 30-yard line to the 29. With 49 seconds to go, and the Plattsburgh North Stars are going to call timeout. Let's see, 29, you tack on the 10, is 39, plus 7 is 46 yards. It'd be a long one, but it's still in the realm of possibility. We're going to take a quick timeout here in Kingston. We're back here in Kingston. We want to take a special time. We want to take some time to thank our special sponsors and some people we need to thank. We want to thank Rick Harp at the Days Inn, who was very supportive of us when we were in Albany with the Firebirds. We also want to thank the Home Center in Plattsburgh for building the press box at Bailey Park, as well as we want to thank Foxy and Goose Gagnon at the North Country Cable Network, who have given us the opportunity, John, to come down here and do a couple of games. So, 49 seconds to go. It's big money time now for the North Stars. The give is to Ransom.
Oh, look out, he's got room.
Who's got some room? He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he's in for the score. Dave Ransom with the TD and 40 seconds to go. We check no flags. It's 6 for the Stars.
Unbelievable game by Ransom. You just talked about a big money time play here, and you give it to the big money time player, and Ransom takes it in for a touchdown. He's the shoe-in for the North Star Player of the Game award tonight. This game is still not over yet, however, but it looks very good for the North Stars as well, too. Great job there by Brian Ransom, and good job by the offensive line. Dave Ransom, excuse me, to exploit the holes opened up by the offensive line. But once again, Ransom, hell of a game tonight. Just awesome performance tonight.
Well, as we said, it might not be over, but for most of these fans, they seem to be taking off. They think it's been carved in stone. And for some reason, the North Stars take another timeout on the point after. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be going to be back for the point after right after this. We're back in Kingston. We just took a quick break after a terrific drive there by the North Stars, topped off by a great run by Dave Ransom, who must be close to almost 200 yards, John.
He's just had a terrific game tonight, and they needed a big game from Ransom tonight, and he delivered it as well, too. I guess the Panthers should try and kidnap Dave before the game and ask for Ransom. They're going for 2 points here as well, too. Interesting call here. As Lozier's is going to take the ball from his own 3-yard line. This is an interesting call here.
The give is to no one. Fumbled, and they don't get anything. So that could be dangerous too. Now they're up 6, and they're going to kick the ball back to the they're going to give it back to the Panthers, and they've got it one transformed touchdown for the win.
Yeah, what that means basically is the Panthers happen to score and tack on the extra point. They're going to win the game. However, the Panthers have no timeouts remaining, so they have a difficult task at hand as well too. But the old expression, like Yogi Berra would say, it ain't over till it's over, and they have the knack for the big play. Youssef is open for the big bombs as well too tonight. He's had the opportunity to get behind the defensive backfield, so this game is still not over. So I don't know if the North Stars should have gone for 1 point there, but in any event, it's over now. But at least they're in the lead here. But the door is slightly open for the Panthers to win this game, but they have a tough task indeed. And I think the North Stars defense will rise to the challenge. They did a great job of getting the ball back for the offense on that last drive, and I'm sure that they want to close this game in fine style.
Randy Brown is going to be kicking off for the Plattsburgh North Stars. That's not a very good sign for the kicker, Zach Lattenville. But with 40 to go, Brown's going to have the kicking duties for the rest of the game, most probably.
Oh my goodness.
Small kick, live ball. It's picked up by number 40, Stokes. Gets some room, and he's to the 48-yard line, so they don't have very much time. They don't have much time, 33 seconds to go, and they also don't have much field to march for the score.
Well, there's still time enough to win, as they say, and but they're going to have to get some big plays here from their receivers. But the task is not impossible, but they're going to need some help along the way. Time for the Holy Mary play.
That's right, the Hail Mary play, because the Panthers have no timeouts left either. So maybe if you're going to second guess something, you might as well second guess the last timeout call. The fans who are left are on their feet. They're cheering their Panthers on. Sharp in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Finds Cecil Young, but we heard it from here. Went right off his chest protector, and he was tightly covered there by number 74 for the Plattsburgh North Stars. Let me get it quickly. Number 20, sorry. That's Joe Lamica, who came up with the big defensive stop, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10 situation from the 49 with 27 to go. So that only took 6 seconds off the clock for the Panthers. This is definitely, John, 4-down territory.
Definitely. They're going to have to go deep here, though. I think this ball is going to be heaved down the field now. They cannot dilly-dally anymore. They got to go for the home run.
They got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the near side, 1 out wide. Wide, yeah. Sharp runs, bootlegs. Runs out of bounds. For the sack, 20 seconds to go.
Incomplete pass by Sharp.
So he maybe gets a loss of 1. No, it's a loss of 4 yards. So Sharp on the sack. There's 20 seconds to go, and it's a 3rd and 15 call. But really, the first down yardage doesn't matter, does it, John?
No, it doesn't matter. They don't have to think about first downs. They got to think about big chunks of yardage, and they got to think like 30, 40 yards, maybe even a touchdown as well, too. The quarterback has to back up and throw it as far as he can.
Sharp's already in the shotgun. 20 seconds to go. There's a long pass. It's picked off by Etienne, who's got some room. Who's tackled at the 43, and it's fumbled. That's going to be picked up by the Plattsburgh North Stars right at midfield. So it's 7 seconds to go. The North Stars just have to kneel it down, and they come out of Kingston with the victory, John.
You know, it's funny tonight, you mentioned earlier, the Plattsburgh's average is 19 points a game. I look at the scoreboard, and it's 19, and the average for the Panthers is 13 as well, too. I don't know if we said it tonight, but I was thinking at one moment that might be the score according to the computer as well, too. But 19-13 will be your final score tonight. It wasn't a pretty one, Chris, but it got the job done.
It's amazing how well computers work after the fact, eh, John?
Oh, my.
So it's 7 to go right at midfield. All they have to do is down the ball.
007, like James Bond.
That's right. And for the meantime, unofficially, the Plattsburgh North Stars are going to go into a tie for first place with 3 victories. So that's going to do it for the game. The final score is the final seconds tick off. The Plattsburgh North Stars, in the final minute, win the game 19-13. Thanks to a great game, John, by, of course, the man of the moment, the big man, Dave Ransom.
Yeah, we expected a big game from Dave, and Dave delivered. Call him the mailman. He delivers when the pressure is on too, and he got the big touchdown there on the catch as well too, and the pass in the end zone, and on the run late in the game as well too. He's the go-to guy. He wants the ball. He wants the ball in the last dying seconds of the game. When the game is on the line, give the ball to Ransom. Ransom delivers. Great effort there by Dave Ransom, and that's why he's our player of the game tonight.
That's right. Last week against Matt Berkshire, he came up with 123 yards, and he comes up with possibly twice that. He came up with just a huge game, especially on first down situations. They knew they could give the ball to him, and he'd get at least 6.
Yeah, Ransom was very dependable tonight. He always did a great job on first down and actually on many downs, and that's despite being keyed all night. The Panthers team played very well defensively. They knew when to key, and they did a great job of keying on him. But even though they knew he was coming their way, he was still able to find the gaps in the yardage as well too. So just an outstanding performance there by Ransom.
So with that victory, the North Stars move up to 3-2, and as for the Kingston Panthers, the disappointing loss brings them down to 1-3. They're back into 9th place. They're still in 9th place behind 3 teams who are still looking for their first victory. We might have some post-game show. We're not sure. We're going to play it by ear right now, and mine are pretty big. So for John Mishak as the analyst and the camera work, I'm Chris Como saying goodnight from Kingston.
We are back live on the North Stars Television Network post-game show. I'm John Mishak, along here with Dave Ransom, our MVP of tonight's game. And Dave, was that your best performance of the year?
I think it was everybody's best performance of the year so far. This is the first game that I think as a team we gelled together, offensively and defensively. The offense did things that we haven't really been able to do consistently all year long. Defense came up with some big plays and held them pretty good.
It seems tonight, it's funny, Chris and I were kidding in the booth tonight, but we noticed a lot of times on first down you guys would get 7-8 yards, mainly yourself, and then on second down you'd go back a few yards as well too. There was some of that inconsistency on offense there.
I think that had something to do with their linebackers coming up and blitzing those holes. You know, they were quick and they got in there.
They were coming after you pretty hard. I think they were keying on you all game. If this would be Stratomatic football, you'd be guessing right all the time as well too. And they really knew you were coming, but you really picked your way nicely through all those holes.
Had to do with the execution. The linemen had confidence, and Scott Lawless would come back and say, Bones, it would say, I'm going to open it up for you. Brinson would say that, and that's what it was. And Neil, our fullback, would come up and just fill. And it was 7-8 yards. It was good. Yeah.
That offensive line tonight, boy, they were blasting some good holes there for you tonight.
That had to do with, this week in practice was like the first week that we actually communicated as a team instead of, people,
together.
Yeah, working together. We just came together. We call it gelled together.
That's a nice word in sports, when you get the whole team together in sync as well too. And your team was able to drive pretty well up and down the field. The only problem I found tonight was that the drives never ended in touchdowns.
That had to do with I think we got a couple sacks, and I ended up fumbling one. That just took us out of our rhythm. We had to go to something else. We couldn't stick with the run. But yeah.
It's funny tonight. At one point in the game, we were saying Ransom has done everything. He's gone left, he's gone the middle, he's gone right. He hasn't gone deep yet. And guess what happened late in the game? Tell us what happened.
That's a play we threw in this week, where it's ran off another play where we do a quick pitch to me after Brian catches it, and instead of doing that, we just go off that play and we run the pass. It's called we do a post. Actually a flag, and it was just set up nice, and their D-backs weren't they were coming up. They were close. They were ready for the run, and we just threw them at a sink and caught them off guard.
Well, you caught us off guard too. We didn't know you're such a talented receiver. Have you caught a lot of balls this year?
Yep, I've caught in the games. I've caught 3 or 4. You know, when they throw it to me, and it's been doing good. You know, we got faith in that, and it shows when we need it. We come up with it, and I love to do it. And
So you said that was your biggest. You said how do you assess this win over the other wins this year? Is this the biggest win for the North Stars this year?
I think so. I think defensively and offensively, we came together, and the best thing about it, we knew it and we were ready for it. Tonight was a night. I think we kind of expected it, and it happened. That's a good thing.
Well, I was really happy you guys won tonight because one thing I always hate is to go on a losing bus home. It's a long ride home, and you certainly are going to make the trip a lot nicer back home there.
You know, that's one of the first things that Coach Manor says. You know, it's an awful long ways to come and lose a ball game. It's a long ride back. You know, it's a little motivation, and we come to play. We come to play hard.
You can enjoy the win tonight for sure, but also I'm just thinking about next week. You're playing Watertown. You guys lost. You guys lost them early this year. What do you guys have to do this time in your grudge match against them?
Play like we did tonight, and know and believe in ourselves that we can beat Watertown. I think we can. And I didn't think they're all that. You know what they did to us. They really took it to us, but I didn't. I was in disbelief. I think a lot of guys were. And after tonight, we're just going to feed off it, and we're going to go down there and take it to them finally. Yeah.
This is a good start to the road trip. This whole month, the North Stars will not be at Bailey Field. You won last week in Berkshire, and this week in Kingston. So this road trip is off to a good start.
Sure is. We're taking it one game at a time. Coach Manor, you know, he keeps telling us one game at a time. Coach McAllister, same thing. You know, we listen to those guys and we don't look further. We're ready for it. You know, it's hard. We want to go down and win every game, and it's hard to stay with one game and not look ahead. You know, sometimes we get in the habit of maybe, you know, this Kingston's not really that tough, and Berkshire's not that tough, but the coaches are there saying, you know, don't look past. That's how you get beat. And so next week we get to look forward to it.
It's funny what you mentioned there is that I thought too on paper I saw Kingston only won once this year and they beat Montreal. So that's not really a real good team in the league. And I said, well, they only beat Montreal, and so I didn't know how good a team they were. But one thing I've always told everybody, this is not only the Empire Football League, but I call it the Entertainment Football League. If you don't come ready to play, anything can happen.
That's right. That's the truth. And I think sometimes we got a habit of. I think we got a good team, and sometimes we play to the tempo of a team that's weaker than us. You know, I think at times tonight, I think we should have scored more. You know, and that's why you can't say, well, they beat Montreal and they lost to whoever. You can't look at it like that because you never know what's going to happen from one week to the next. You know, like tonight. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here, but I think the final word here in Kingston is, in Ransom we trust. Thank you very much, Dave. Great game.
Everybody we trust. Just to get that in there.
That's the name of the game. It's a team effort. That was a great team effort, and your team made you look good tonight. Great job.
They did. Thanks a lot, and that's what they did. Thanks, guys.
Our pleasure. So this wraps up our game tonight here in Kingston. I'm your host, John Mishak, along with Chris Como. Thank you all very much. I hope you enjoy the game, and we want to tell our viewers that next week Foxy and Goose are back from special assignment doing the game between the Watertown Red and Black and your Plattsburgh North Stars. Good night from Kingston.